Look, now tell them motherfuckers we about to bring it to them raw. All these niggas steady sleeping, we getting ready for war. If you say we got beef, then I'm bringing it to your door. They call me the black sheep cause I'm way different than y'all. Tell them motherfuckers we about to bring it to them raw. All these niggas steady sleeping, we getting ready for war. If you say we got beef, then I'm bringing it to your door. They call me the black sheep cause I'm way different than y'all. Now I ain't never ran the streets but still respected by the gang.
What, it's just us two? What the fuck?
Yeah, he's gonna clap my ass. Look at that. Look at that. Just like that.
Hey,
That nigga
yo,
quick. He must be on the
I
computer,
was
bro.
chilling with my boy Fable.
Oh,
Right.
not the
I'm
fuck.
gonna
He
do
gotta
a
be on the
whole.
computer, bro.
I'm gonna do
Huh?
a whole episode talking like RZA and Wu Tang.
Actually.
Actually,
Oh no.
welcome to Boosie Game Night, niggas.
Damn. Damn.
Actually.
Well,
The Shaolin Sword.
depending on where the audio. Oh, not the gritty. Man, fuck. I gotta get the gritty, bro. All right. Well, depending on where we, pick up the video gameplay, y'all might have just seen us take that L, but it's cool. Welcome to another episode of Boozy Game Night, where we have mediocre gameplay. Sometimes we get L's like y'all may have just seen. A lot of times we get dubs, but at the end of the day, we have great conversation. It's your host with the most, motherfucking Nate the Great, aka Mr. Monopoly.
And it's that man Dan, aka Oh Danny Boy.
It's Hot Take Dev.
With a question.
It's your
mark.
boy Devin.
It wasn't
Mick.
even a question.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey, that shit sounded raw.
And last but definitely not least, it's your boy Newt, aka Mr. Island Boy. That's so yeah.
Nah, that boy got his ass.
I'm glad that we have the whole fucking crew here tonight. I feel like it's been a minute, man. How's everybody doing?
Fucking Christmas on this bitch today, obviously.
One person
Hey.
gotta sit out. No
Unless
goes.
we doing
Hey
two
man,
numbers.
Who's sitting out? I can't. I don't.
I'm
care.
sitting this one out. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Like, you can't afford to sit this one out.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Don't
you
do
actually.
him like that.
I'll sit out. I'll sit out.
Got Gamecast, nigga, can't afford it.
Oh,
I got game
nah.
cash. I can't.
There you go. I'll sit out since I'm maestro today.
Roger.
Did anyone actually answer me? Like, how's everybody doing?
Pretty good. We good over here.
Yeah, big chilling. Hey, I just want to shout out to motherfucking my chefing skills today. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
because let me tell you something. He did his goddamn thing on that steak that he made me
saying.
today.
Look, and I won't even wear my New Balances. You know what I'm saying? I was on the grill with no New Balances. I was barefoot out there, cuz.
You ain't had the Air Jesus 3s on?
Nah, but you would have thought I did the way that shit came out.
Dog.
Shit, I can't call it. Look, I just passed the hard part of school today. Got my little midterm Common Core exam. I got a fucking 92 on it.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
Congrats.
I had to
We get
answer.
some gunshots. We'll add that in post. We'll add it in
Right.
Get that Waka
I
Flocka.
was actually thinking we should definitely get like a couple of different sound bites we like. That way we can like throw it into the pod, like randomly.
Yeah.
Like how like Charlamagne be like, drop the clue bombs, blah, blah, blah. Like just like some random shit like that we could do.
I need a DJ.
Yeah.
Always improving. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Technically, we
You
do
feel
that.
me?
Facts.
Y'all
Facts.
ever listen to what's that name? ESTG.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
ESTG. I always be.
boy.
I be randomly yelling forever, bro, in my class.
Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
Honestly, though,
Well,
since Don Toliver started blowing up, I've definitely been randomly bursting out with, "Oh, the juice, coding amazes in me."
It's something about his music that's just like you don't like. What is it? It's like crack.
Nah,
Bruh,
You
that
hear
shit
it and
hard.
you
He
just
feels
can't
that
let
too,
it go.
bruh.
Ever since
drug.
Astroworld.
Who the fuck is he? Like, where did he come from?
He was Don Toliver.
he just had an album drop, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
that
listened
joint
to the
is
Play with
flame
me.
emoji.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna cap. I'm a little behind on that, but I heard Devin listening to it the other day, so I got to check it out. And maybe
Wait,
we'll do
listening to what?
the Don Toliver album.
Oliver's joint.
What? Not Devin, the man that doesn't listen to anything.
Y'all
He ahead of the
good.
game.
I be too busy listening to us. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, we
Streaming
not
that
going.
Boozy podcast on all platforms.
We
True,
going to
true.
the yellow or the pink?
I'm going to the purple.
I'm going to the pink. It's
Well,
purple
damn.
for sure. But the
Well,
pink, like
while y'all
make
figure out
motherfuckers
y'all
know.
colors,
Fuck it.
I'm gonna be on my Devon and try to get my segues going.
They
I know
good.
there was a lot of people that was upset about somebody on Insecure season 1, episode 1 wearing their colors, but I'll just use that as a lead in for Boozy Game Night Crew is going to be
Boozy name.
reviewing Insecure episode by episode. So tune in every week to hear what we got to say.
Big fact.
I just caught episode 1 earlier. Like I was telling y'all, man, like I mean, like it was good to see the show come back. Like I think it's always good to, when a show's gone for a little while, and then also knowing it's like the last season.
Yeah.
It was cool to have it like come back. Overall, I don't really have like a big opinion on the episode, but I know a lot of people were apparently really pressed about I think her real name is like Amanda. I forget her name
Amanda
in the
Seals.
show. Amanda Steele, yeah.
Amanda.
Like she was like pink and greened out, and then she was wearing the AKA jacket.
Yeah.
And folks
She
was
was
a little
definitely
pressed about
greened
that.
out.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think for
I
me, sorry, go ahead.
oh, you can continue.
No, I was just gonna say, like, so like obviously being Greek, like
Greek
I
life.
understand the outcry from people who are obviously AKAs, probably more so than anybody else. Like, why do you have this person wearing our letters who
Is she not an
shouldn't be?
AKA?
I don't think she is.
No,
She
she's
is
not.
not. She said she stated on her Instagram. She made a video. She said she's not an AKA. But she also did respectfully say that she wears the letters as her character with pride and poise or some shit like that. Which to me, I mean, the thing is, a lot of this stuff has to be approved. So be upset at your, at your
The
the higher
producer.
ups.
I mean,
And
but
well,
Molly
that
in
too.
real life is an AKA.
Yeah, but no, I'm
She should
saying
have been
like
pissed.
I'm talking about be upset. Okay, but the thing is they are well as far as I understand the outrage, but I also don't understand the outrage at this point in time because I recall seeing her at in like an episode seasons ago dressed, and it was you could clearly tell that she was an AKA on that episode. So I'm like, if you're gonna be outraged about this, be consistent with your outrage.
Maybe they were outraged then too, though.
My thing is I didn't see any outrage, so I'm confused. I'm not understanding it because niggas be catching shit real quick. So it's like, are we picking and choosing? Did you just like overlook it? Then I don't know. I don't get it. But at the same time, like, don't be upset with the actress. Be upset with the producers and the show writers. All she does is collect a check for. She shows up, she plays her role, she does what the script says, and she shows up and wears whatever the hell they dress her in. So don't be upset with her. She's not necessarily the one to make that call. So you need to talk to the
Your
people
role pimping.
who actually have something to do with that decision. Furthermore, I saw a lot of people making the point that those organizations you are supposed to go through an approval process. So if they did in fact go through that approval process to get that to get that approved for them to be able to allow her to portray that role as an AKA on their show, well then maybe you should be upset with the people who approved it as well. And it's not like I can see if it was one of those situations where she was acting a straight fucking ass, and like if she was like,
Yeah, it was all class.
yeah, she wasn't even acting anything like the things that she was doing was not making the sorority look bad. So it's just like one of those things where like I understand you don't necessarily want people parading around in your paraphernalia, but at the same time, I mean, I said earlier today, I was like, y'all see y'all sorors acting a slant fucking fool at school in group fights and shit, but nobody talks about how that makes the org look bad. But we're worried where there's a big outcry when somebody's not even making the organization look bad in any way. So it's like maybe this displaced anger is like kind of interesting.
I mean, me, I just see it as like, she an actress, bro. Like it's a fake role. Like
Anything be mad at Omari Hardwick for playing a Q.
And see, now the thing
wait,
with that is,
wait. What?
He's an alpha and he played a Q, and it was
sorry.
completely irrelevant to his character.
Because he pledged at UGA, so like the alphas from my school are always like, oh, Mari, blah blah blah. I'm sorry, he played a Q in another.
Yeah, in
the fuck
in
out
a
of here.
fucking zombie movie, bro. And
Oh my!
but it had
fucking
nothing
gosh.
to do with his
it was
role.
irrelevant. Like it didn't
Well,
even
he just
get
wanted to
mentioned.
be a Q for a day or
Clearly.
for a movie.
No, the producer, the fucking director asked him to be a Q. He said he wanted his character to be a Q, and he's like, "Well, you know, I'm an alpha," and I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." He's like, "But you know what? If you make me a Q, my grandfather was a Q, so you know, I'll do it." And I'm like, "But it had nothing to do with his character, like at all. Like not
No,
mentioned at all, bro." That shit was hilarious.
that is awful.
To bring it back to Insecure, I don't know, and keeping it in the Greek life, I don't know if y'all caught that line where Molly was talking to the friends at Stanford, and she was like, "Man, Q's don't smell like nothing but asshole." They were just clowning him. I was like, "Damn."
Dude
I
was
did
like,
not
it's
catch
like
I did
that
not
at
catch
all.
that at all.
dude said like walking into their party is like walking into a booty hole or something.
Walking into a booty hole.
I was like, "Damn, that shit
No.
must feel bad."
I mean, meat to meat.
Meat
No.
to meat.
I'm fucking weak.
Nah, but what do y'all think this season's Easter egg is going to be?
Easter egg.
And all right, so in season
Was there
one
one
of
last
Insecure,
season?
so in season one of
About to do
Insecure,
the math.
every episode there was like a Drake line within. So like there was like Drake lyrics within the actors like just
Script?
regular lines like
Oh,
in the
yeah?
script.
Damn, I
So
didn't catch that.
and then in season 2
Drake fan?
there was
Who's not?
Are we all
So,
getting
like-
fucked up by the storm?
yeah, we all about to die from this one. But yeah, so like season 1, so like when she cheated with Daniel, right? And then she came back home and he was like, Lawrence was talking to her. He said something like, "You okay?" And like she was like, "Please give me time because I'm searching for the words to say to you right now." That's like what she said.
Mm.
So yeah, it's
That's hard.
yeah, so like they put like Drake lyrics in the
Watch out, stays right there.
in the like in the
There's some meat
lines. But
behind
then
us.
season 2, there's Frank Ocean reference in every single
Oh,
episode.
damn. Every episode?
Some meat
Yeah.
So
behind us.
it's already lit then. We just don't know what it is yet. Huh.
And then season 3, I don't know what season 3 was, but season 4, they didn't do music. They did there was like a set of twins in every single episode or something crazy like that.
That's nuts,
Pretty
bro.
cute.
That's some next level shit. I had no idea.
This is some shit only
Agreed.
Newt would fucking notice
Yeah,
because
I
right?
know, right? That man be on scouring the internet, the dark web.
Right. This man
That's
be on
what's
Reddit
up.
all the time.
Fact.
Did you
I
know
was just about
every
to say
fucking
that.
line he said started with an R? Like, what? Whoa. Okay.
You need
What you
that guy in
talking
the
about,
crew
my
though.
guy?
That man Newt be giving us that next level content.
I don't know
Facts.
that it's an Easter egg, but if I had to guess, I would imagine that it has something to do with Kelly's podcast. Because, like, first of all, I thought this shit was funny as fuck that they killed her off.
Yeah.
like, how the fuck you go back to a reunion and niggas think you dead, bro? Like,
Yeah, that was funny.
that
The
shit's
stanky leg
wild.
shit. Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
she was definitely in her feelings about it.
Yeah, and so I feel like there's gonna be like maybe like a slight focus on her throughout the season, and so like
Yeah,
if I had to guess, maybe it's something like that.
Yeah, her character development's gonna be pretty seems like it's gonna be pretty serious.
I think this episode was mainly, obviously, every episode for the most part is Issa, but it was Issa, Molly, Kelly. It was those three this episode.
Yeah,
Fucking movie? Are y'all not near? Oh my god.
they're also. I think they were kind of foreshadowing when whatever the hell Amanda's character is in the actual show. Like her husband talked, like she was like, yeah, he went through a lot, but they didn't really like go into it. So I imagine like
Fair.
that's something that's gonna, that's gonna develop throughout the season.
But maybe they were
Like-
talking about in the past, because I know she herself was like suffering from postpartum depression in
Yeah.
past seasons, and like he was just dealing with it. So maybe she was talking about that. But yeah, it could just be a foreshadow. I can definitely see that being like a hint.
Yeah.
What y'all think about the Issa mirror scene? Because for me, I love her mirror scenes.
Or
With
what?
This
the-
one didn't disappoint.
Mirror
Oh,
scene.
Mirror scene. Yeah, why the fuck you saying mirror like that, bro?
You ain't
Mirror.
never heard this man say water?
We say water the same.
Water.
We say water the same. But what the fuck you say, mirror?
Mirror scenes.
The mirror scene.
Mirror?
Mirror. It's like in my mirror.
Oh, what's that, nigga? What's that?
Hey,
The mirror scene was
Hey, watch
funny,
out! It's hella
though.
niggas.
I was just
Nah,
like,
I liked her. I liked her mirror scene though.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
two
just fucking
niggas.
braces and
Yeah,
shit,
it was,
bro.
bro. I
Yeah.
told you that niggas is motherfucker. Oh, it's niggas over here too, nigga.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
oh
fucking
shit.
shit.
Oh, he throwing grenades,
Oh.
my nigga.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, bruh.
That sounds
They
like all
hoes.
niggas is dead.
Come on, Paka. Paqui.
Oh, damn, they hoes.
Yeah, this motherfucker's hiding in the bush. Where you at, bitch? Damn, got me with a shotty.
Shotty, yaddy, 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 yaddy. Anyway,
Bruh.
no, I like the mirror scene a lot though because, like, one, it gave a peek into her past, and like it was really like I like that she was talking like, oh, did we do this? Did we do that? Like all the shit that you thought you were gonna do at that certain age, like, and like it really just like forced her to reflect on her past. I like that.
That pair with being on stage. Which came first? I think she was talking to the mirror first, right?
Nah, I think the mirror came after.
After?
No, I think the mirror was before that.
I thought it was first. Good. Yeah,
Yeah, I
her
think the mirror
confidence was high and
The mirror was
everything.
before because I think she was prepping for
Right.
her. Yeah.
That was hilarious when
What?
nobody was like giving her any type of participation. Started
all.
spitting Tupac lyrics.
She was super awkward, but at the same time, I hate like that shit's just like I hate even watching panels, being part of panels. It's like this forced conversation where you have to like think be quick on your feet. And sometimes I'm like I feel like y'all just be lying just to say anything to get applause up there.
Fair.
It increased my love for her like perfect teeth.
You got a love for her teeth.
Bro,
Yeah,
I think
she
he
has
is-
perfect teeth.
He's low key in love with Issa at this point.
Hey Slim. All I'm saying is if I want married, you know what I'm saying?
I
I'll
got
shoot
two
my shot.
more big
You say her
takeaways
teeth.
from the episode. I don't know how much time we want to spend on it this time around because, like we said, there wasn't a whole lot that happened, but I thought it was like a good reintroduction to the crew. The Cheyenne robbery scene, bruh. I was
Bruh.
fucking weak.
Bruh.
I
Like,
was dead off that shit.
I would have had to fight her ass. You're not finna
Why-
shoot me, bitch. We
why
fighting.
they rob her, bruh? Like,
We fighting.
And then
Nah,
the
that's
last
what-
one for me, obviously how the episode ended with the Lawrence. I thought that shit was powerful. Like to say a lot without saying much at all. I fuck with
yeah.
that.
I'm interested to see where we go with Condoleezza or condolences, as everybody call her everything but her damn name, bro.
Oh.
I forgot she was pregnant. Like, we
Yeah.
had to, when I went back and watched like the teaser for the rest of the season. No, I actually watched like a recap.
Yeah,
and
in
I
the beginning.
completely forgot she was fucking pregnant, yo. Like,
Because I think
that
it
shit's gonna be
left
wild.
off with her calling him and telling him she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Who's sitting out this time around?
Who's
I'll sit out.
Condoleezza?
Wait, why are you still in the match?
Condola, shorty
Right,
from the
yeah,
bank that Lawrence was like
hit next
blowing her
match.
back out.
y'all in
Oh
the lobby.
shit. Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Lobby boy.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting out.
I'm looking forward to the season though. I think it was a solid start for sure.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Definitely looking forward to it. If y'all didn't catch y'all should definitely go look at the thing that like previews the rest of the season. Because, like I said earlier, I watched the episode and I was just sitting there like, okay, like cool, like the show's back. But I think getting a glimpse into like what's going to happen made it a little bit better.
Yeah, nah, you can't just have my boy Lawrence only show up in 2 minutes of the episode.
Right.
Nah, bro. He make
You
the
can get into the future.
that's my guy.
Yeah,
Lawrence
same.
Hive.
Lawrence, that dude.
Hive.
Wait,
Hashtag
new,
Lawrence
new,
Hive.
you readying up?
Yeah, let's do that.
Hold on. Let's get this shit. Let's go. Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Speaking of hard bars, don't forget, fuck it, dropping on Halloween, midnight. Fuck it.
Spooky
I'm
season.
Scary hours.
All platforms. Tidal, motherfucking Apple Music, Spotify, all that. Blast
Yeah, and if
that
you didn't already know, that's the boy Daniel the Ronin on the intro outro. So
Yes, sir.
Hey, that Black Sheep. Bro, I've been listening to that shit like so much more since we put it on the intro.
That's an intro, not an Andre.
Go stream that shit, goddamn.
Yeah, all
You
that.
know,
Don't worry.
I don't know if we're sticking to a specific order or not, but I know somebody wasn't listening to his common sense. Boosie Badass.
Old dumbass here.
He don't got
Little booty busting badass. Okay, over
Wow,
here.
booty busting badass.
You can't tell me
He gonna come
all that.
find you.
I don't give a fuck.
Lil
Fuck
Booty.
it. Fuck
Wrap your dick up
Boosie.
because your dick had a hiccups.
Because I'm tired. I'm tired of Boosie, and I'm tired of his sympathizers. I just don't. The whole like you really had to come out here with this whole calling Lil Nas X the F word, and honestly, at this point, I'm like, you're very much so giving fag since you want to call him that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you are the definition of what the fuck you trying to call people. Since
Funny
your little
thing
fucking
is, Mike Tyson called him out about that a long time ago.
like it be those types of people who come out, you in the closet, just say you want to try it. Just say you want to try it. It's okay. We won't judge you. We're more open these days. We're open. We're understanding. If you just say that that you're a little curious, we'll be like, okay, cool. Just say that. But to be out here trying to, I mean, every other week it's something with his ass.
It's like, yeah, why is it on your? Why does this bother you so much?
Right.
It's just like I just never understood it because at this point to me, I'm like, if I don't give a fuck what you do as long as you aren't out here.
On this fucking roof, you fucking bitches.
As long as you ain't out here being, causing harm to somebody or even like doing things to children. If you are doing completely legal adult activities, I don't give a fuck who you do it with, where you do it at, as long as you ain't trying to do it to me and I'm not consenting to it. So like it's like why the fuck do I give a fuck about what somebody else is doing in their goddamn bed? Why do I care?
All right,
It ain't
just to
happening
make
in my
sure y'all
bed.
everybody know what's going on. Lil Nas X went on one of his legendary trolls again. He went on live and he told everyone that he got a song with Boosie coming out. Boosie's response was to get at him on Twitter saying, "Don't mess with me, don't play with me like that." He called him the F word. He told him that he needs to commit suicide and he would be doing the world a favor if he did so.
Damn, I didn't know it went. Damn.
Did you not read the tweet, bro? Like that shit was
the tweet-
unnecessary.
Nah, I didn't.
And this
I didn't
thing-
read the full thing. I got like the damn.
My thing about Boosie and men like Boosie it's like these are the same men that in a couple of years get exposed for getting their dick sucked for by a nigga or getting their dick sucked by I'm not saying this because I'm not against anything regarding the trans community, but people be trying to expose these men for getting their dick sucked and shit like that by a transgender woman and try to make it like, oh, well, that nigga's gay because he do that shit. And these are the same people who come out and it's like, well, you did all of that and this is, you know what I'm saying? Like if that's what you like, that's what you like. But don't be sitting here trying to berate people and antagonize people on social media.
Oh fuck!
Like that's just not okay.
Facts.
All I know is Boosie mad about what he worried about what not Lil Nas X doing with dicks, but he over here riding this man dick. So what that got to say about him?
I'm curious. We need to interview some of his old jailmates. Let's see what the tea is on that one.
I just think Boosie be doing a lot of extra stuff, like all the stuff he was doing. Where I don't know if y'all seen interviews where he was talking about like just to prevent his kid from being gay. He
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that in the past.
And
sure.
yeah, and that's the shit I'm talking about. Like you sitting here basically
bad.
admitting to paying someone to molest / basically rape your child, and just sitting here worried about somebody else, and if they're gay, like I just don't get it. Like what's
I can sit out.
oh damn, y'all done already? I just don't get it. Like it's at
It's just
some point.
unnecessary.
And at some point, like even okay, Lil Nas X is the ultimate troller. So like, if you really don't give a fuck about somebody like that, don't let it get to you. Just ignore it. Like what? Just
Sticks and
scroll.
stones, baby. Sticks and stones.
Just scroll past it. It don't pay you shit to be up here calling people all types of shit and talking about you gonna beat them up outside the award.
You
Like
gotta
that's
jump back in.
okay. But it's just like what do you are you any richer? Are your bills paid off of this? I just don't get it. Your music ain't getting better.
Something
I
wrong
don't
with him
think he's putting
anyway.
out music.
He not something wrong with him. I didn't read the
Yes.
article, but like apparently he I think he either wants like State Farm Arena to like pay him, or he wants to sue State Farm Arena from the fight at the Legends of the Streets tour or whatever. I'm just like, bro, like you just need to sit the fuck down somewhere. Like yo dumbass people fighting and threatening people was the reason you got kicked the fuck
he did
out.
get
Like,
thrown off that tour.
yeah, bro. That's why I didn't get a chance to see Ross. I'm so pissed. Like, fuck Boosie, bro. Like, damn, I hate this nigga.
Taking a hard stance. Well, yeah, fuck him.
Nah, bro. Like, for real though. Like, because the concert was great. Like, we won tickets. We saw like Jeezy, Gucci, 2 Chainz, and then like when Boosie came out, like just some shit popped off, and his people was like fucking up the equipment, like literally like throwing shit, breaking shit. And so they canceled the rest of the concert. And like Ross was supposed to be the last performer. So I ain't never seen Ross in concert. I'm like, nigga, I'm lit.
Hey.
And then, shit go downhill and I don't ever get to see him.
On that note, I don't know who said something about it, but they were like, Rick Ross makes songs like movie productions. Like he makes like full class sounds. And it really made me look back at his discography, and I was like, yo, maybe Ross is top 5. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ross has the best ear in the game. Like
Yeah,
for like
like
beats and production.
Yeah, but I say, have you ever heard Devil in a New Dress?
Well, I'm
That man
saying
had
like,
on vinyl, my
he had
guy.
he had a whole 1 minute like moment of silence for him before he came on the track.
That whole when they compared it to a movie production, like it really made me think like the levels to it, and I was like, damn, like maybe he does, because like I remember that was my thing about, this is not rap, but the whole 2020 album by Justin Timberlake, like that shit was a production, bro. Like that shit was like he put his goddamn heart and soul into that.
Speaking of Murs,
shit. Speaking of top 5, that top 50 list though, or bottom 50, whatever the fuck we want to call
the
that.
rapper shit, we're not giving that.
That's not on the not on the rundown, my G.
We're not giving that. We're not giving that shit any time of day.
Speaking of bottoms, Boosie very much so gives a bottom.
Hey,
yo, I'm dead.
That's a top notch Sekou right there. I see you, hot take, Dev.
That was unexpected. That was quite unexpected.
It's
if you wanna
giving
talk
big bottom
list,
energy.
if you want to talk lists, let's bring it to the National Shooty Hoop League.
The Shooty Hoop League. You sound like the mom on Love and Basketball, and she's like, "Stupid fucking jump up shot." like,
You're not wrong.
who are you, bro? Nah.
Sorry,
So
Nate.
here's the thing. I'm a huge NBA fan. I think they like dropped the ball on a couple of people. Like,
Pun intended.
yeah, exactly. Klay Thompson, to me, should have been on the list. I see why people I understand why people argue that Kyrie should have been on the list, but like I'm okay with him actually not being on the
So you
list.
think Clay over Kyrie?
If I had to put 3 people on the list that I think should have been there, it's Dwight, Clay, and probably T-Mac. With like honorable mention to a couple of people, but like leaving Dwight Howard off is fucking disrespectful. This man's resume is like pretty fucking good. Like Dwight's probably like one of those people that no one thinks he's like a first ballot Hall of Famer, but it's like disrespectful as hell because like he is. And then I mean Clay, come on, bro, he's like fucking like top 3 shooter of all time. Like, fuck what anybody got to say. And then I mean T-Mac is just T-Mac, bro. This nigga was raw as hell.
Yeah, I didn't realize T-Mac wasn't on there.
T-Mac is not on the list, bro. And
I honestly
like
think Vince Carter is a bigger snub than a lot of the names you pick. But I think it's all preference, like how that person stood out in your head. But that's why it's kind of debatable.
See, I think Vince Carter should have been on there too. So here's the thing. I'm not like a really big historian of the NBA, so like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, like this guy from like the 50s like shouldn't be on there. But then like at the same time, it's like, bro, like these niggas was like the milkman and like the mailman, and they just so happen to like pick a fucking basketball up and play. You know, so like, bro, like do these people really deserve to be on here? Like the skill level of the league has transformed so much in the last, 20, 30 years that like a lot of these people really should not be on this list. Not a lot, but like some of them.
I'm about to say, there's some people on that list that shouldn't be on that list.
Let's talk about it then.
Yeah, other than like the old timey people, or are you talking about? Are we gonna have another attack on the Great Whites?
We might.
Hold on, let me pull the list up because
we potting again.
What was
Attack
some
on the
names
Great
on
Whites?
there.
Wasn't it like episode 2?
Yeah, it was. It was early on.
Yeah, it was really early. Oh, we were talking about basketball too, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Man, it was Larry Bird, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Newt was going in.
Bruh, Bob Cousy, nah. Bruh, Bill Walton, no. I know he was a commentator, but nah, bruh. Bill Walton should not be on that damn list.
Well, Fortnite's not letting me watch y'all, so guess
But I
probably.
wasn't able to jump in.
I wouldn't
I
even
wasn't
put
able to jump in.
Karl Malone on that list.
I mean, so it's funny. Damn, I forget what the comment was. Like, fuck, it was about somebody that got left off the list, and they were like, "Oh, y'all probably didn't want to put them on the list because of like a social scandal they had." And it was like, nigga, like Karl Malone was like touching children, bro. Like,
I'm about to say, yeah, Karl
Like,
Malone got a 14-year-old girl pregnant, and she had the baby.
yeah.
Oh,
like,
damn, I didn't know that.
oh yeah, bro. Like Karl Malone.
But that's not why I was saying he should not be on there. I just don't think he was that good.
He got a 14-year-old girl pregnant?
Something like that.
Karl
She was
Malone
not
is
18. I'll tell you
He
that.
like molested her, bro. Karl Malone
then
is not a good person.
Had the baby. She had the baby, and then like he didn't really become active in the kid's life till like way later. And now the kid just like, stop talking bad about my dad. It's like, alright.
Not my dad.
Nigga, your dad is a bad person. You're not my dad. Go wear
Every dad.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Break it down.
Let me see. Who else on this damn list? Robert Parrish. Hell no.
You see, I can't comment on the old timey dudes. I can't comment basketball as a whole. Y'all want to talk about them Falcons though? We can talk about that.
Okay, that's
Man,
what
I know
we'll do.
that list was making hella controversy for like Clay was emotional about it and rightfully
Bruh.
so.
Isaiah Thomas shouldn't even be on that damn list. His weak ass.
Isaiah Thomas is a hoe, but like I think he should have been on the list, bro. Like,
Nah, his weak ass. He shouldn't have been on that list.
It's because he didn't make the dream team that year.
Damn.
because he was being a bitch about not being on the dream team.
Yeah, I should have
mean,
got that invite.
if you're supposed to get the invite,
I had the
that's
qualifications.
legendary. Yeah,
I had
for
the
sure.
qualification, bro. Nah, you a sorry nigga, bro.
Nah, I'm actually like, I mean, like,
Everybody
Clay
think anybody
definitely-
who had a nickname should have been on it. Like, bro, Carl the mailman. No, that's a trash ass nickname. That nigga should not be on the damn list, bro.
He delivers.
Yeah, apparently he does. He don't
They should've
deliver
called that
the
nigga Domino.
Now names. So I don't know if this list was in order or not, but
I don't think it is.
No, it's not. Because they released Michael Jordan on day 2. So
No, I thought they released him on day 3.
I thought it was. I saw it on IG. I knew it wasn't day 1, so that's why I was like, "Oh, this shit ain't in order."
Yeah.
Don't you grow up in a hurry?
I like I don't know who they talked to when they did that damn list, bro. But
The mailman.
Right. Mailman and the milkman.
Oh, they the Juice Man.
And I got stamina.
And I got stamina.
Yeah, I like animal. And I'm
And I'm
on
on stamina.
I guess this is the right episode to say it since it's the episode after. But some of our colleagues, our Boozy Game Night co-host, has some umbrage with the cartoon list, so that we will get a part 2 at some point. Not today, but at some point we gonna revisit.
God damn it! I fell on the hill.
Yeah, man. Y'all left out some good ass cartoons.
Y'all really mean to tell me that motherfucking Karl Malone was on some freaky bullshit? God damn.
Yes,
bro,
bro. Like,
Karl Malone is a nasty man.
yeah, he's a horrible person.
Freak bull, no Freaknik.
He is a horrible person, bro.
Oh, speaking of Freaknik,
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Listen, I already
okay.
knew. I set it up. Don't think
yeah, I know you threw the alley.
What do you want, a cookie?
Yeah, I actually would like a cookie.
Wow.
Like, can we get this
Sugar,
like
please.
trying to get this man the transition award? Like, I'm with it.
Is this
That
not when
BGN
we just
trophy?
died?
Yeah, right.
Anywho's. Goddamn. 21.
21.
Yeah, apparently Freaknik's suing old boy. That's crazy. For throwing a freak. Well, I guess he didn't throw it, but he was heavily involved in a Freaknik themed party. Would we even say it's Freaknik themed? Nick, what you think? Freaknik themed? They use the name.
They
Themed
just,
or
they
just, like,
just use the
named?
name in the
They
flyer.
called it Freaknik, and Freaknik, it's a copyrighted. Like they have the license for that. Like they can pretty much stop any and everybody. And obviously they don't want to stop. Whoever the chair of it, they even said like, yes, we have the ability to stop everyone, but that takes so much time. But when a person who clearly has the social status to make it a big deal and then still not try to give us credit, it's like a slap in the face. And apparently the reason why it was such a big deal is because there were conversations prior to the event going on where they were like, oh, well, I mean, you're doing it for Atlanta. Like, that's what it's traditionally in. Like, we support you 100%. Like, if you want to use it, we'll let you use the license and everything. Like, no worries. And they were like, no, we're just going to name it something different. And then flat out didn't. They just called it Freaknik and then didn't give any credit. And so, yeah, it looked like it might turn into something.
My question is like, okay, so realistically, when we talk about credit, like, what do you want? Like, everybody already knows that Freaknik is Freaknik. Like, aside from
But do they
monetary,
though?
who doesn't know about Freaknik?
I'm
The
just
youth
saying
dumb.
these
The
these
youth
young
dumb.
niggas. Yeah, I was about to say the young people.
All of
might
them
not.
island boys.
I mean, honestly, I feel like even the younger generation knows about Freaknik. Like, I mean, shit, my generation knows about Freaknik, and we didn't even have a chance to even be exposed to that shit.
Oh, we're not that removed. Some of us could have been products of Freaknik. You know what I'm saying?
Some of us probably didn't seen our mamas on them videos.
Ah,
Anyway, anywho, my point is like when it comes to something like that, what credit, like how do you feel that someone should go about giving you credit,
On they Birdman shit, man. Put some respect on my name.
especially if it's like, do we like, was there monetary gain? Like, come on. And when we're talking about Freaknik and niggas ain't heard shit about Freaknik in fucking decades, like,
So
you
like,
Well, I don't know that every once in a while I see like on Twitter or something, people like, oh, bring Freaknik back and blah blah. And like whenever they do
no, but I'm talking
a
about
major
official
party,
activity.
they always compare it to Freaknik.
it's a night.
Lake.
I don't know.
I'm
I just
actually-
feel like they wasn't making no money off of it. They just
Yeah, so that's why I'm like,
suing
if
for
you're
the
not making
likeness.
money off of it, yeah, likeness for an event that you don't even yourself maintain, because like I said, when was the last time that there was an actual official Freaknik? Okay, then. So like, what really is your problem?
They did one a couple years ago.
I
Did
thought
they
that
really?
shit like flopped though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought they were planning, but it didn't happen.
I would use that as evidence. Like,
Because the thing
not
is,
popping
like,
no more.
who at this point in time, who is even approving of Freaknik? Don't nobody want that shit. That's just like, what was that?
Popping off with that 21.
I think I'm more so just surprised that they like. I mean, I guess you could be protected as like it's like intellectual property, but I'm just kind of like, damn, I didn't know you could like trademark a party. Now you can't use the word Freaknik.
Nah.
'Cause, like,
Yeah, it's like Palooza.
Met
like
Gala.
they say-
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
On some. Yeah.
Some Hunger Games shit, I would die for my district.
Duh. I mean, sure.
if that's what you mean, then sure.
God damn it.
Watch these motherfuckers burn. Burn.
Let me tell you, these pumpkin launchers are virtually useless. Like, what the fuck?
You sick.
Yeah, I fuck with them joints.
Fuck with them. I fuck with them. I fuck with them.
I fuck with y'all niggas, bro. Why that nigga J. Cole like he better borrow somebody charger?
Well, New to Kiss, go ahead and give us the latest on the Versus update, because I know you watched it.
And we got unapproved topics tonight.
I'm just trying to fill some time, my guy. Got to take advantage of the whole squad.
I mean, we could get into these people wanting free housing.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Let's have that convo, because that was on the.
Well, so
Playing.
That's
We'll say that
another
for another
one.
time.
okay, so I understand times are tight. I don't agree with the fact that the housing market is so fucking expensive right now. Like, it's, to me, I just like some of the stuff, the prices aren't matching what we're getting, and when wages are not increasing, it's not adding up. But like, we've gotten to the point where people are like talking about outlawing landlords and shit like that. And I'm just like, I just don't understand. I don't get it. I'm not receptive to what the fuck do you really plan to accomplish at this point?
Facts. Yeah,
And
like
then
what's the next
my
step?
thing is, a lot of the people, there are people who rent because it's convenient and not because they necessarily have to. But we need to really talk about the fact that there's a lot of people who also rent because a lot of people can't afford a house. A lot of people cannot afford their own property, and let
make more
alone
money.
let alone get a property and then be able to afford that maintenance on that property. So for you to sit here and try to downplay the role that landlords have is really, honestly, it's getting, to me, it's just getting really, it's ridiculous. And
No, that shit
everybody,
is
like,
fucking
we're trying to act
ridiculous.
like everyone's trying to act like all landlords are modern day
Slumlords.
Trumps.
Yeah.
You know, like they're trying to act like they're modern day Trumps and Hiltons renting out properties for, you know, extreme prices or something. And a lot of people aren't even necessarily making a profit off of renting their property. A lot of people rent their properties because it's more convenient for me to rent my property. Like, say you have a sentimental piece of, you know, piece of land. I can rent out my property and then move back to my childhood home, maybe, or give it to my child in a couple of years, versus selling it and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Or so it's like, or even just wanting to keep the property. Like, it doesn't even have just wanting to keep the property. It's just as simple as wanting to keep the fucking property. And so a lot of people aren't even really making this much of a profit. People are trying to act like people are paying bills off of renting off their one, you know, their one house. And a lot of people really aren't. Like, if that's the case, I would have to rent out my house for like $3,000 fucking dollars. And considering the fact that some renters just don't give a fuck, and I have to, as a landlord, you're responsible for the maintenance, the everyday maintenance of that property. So when renters do shit like fuck up, you know, I have to call the plumber and I have to make sure the AC is working properly. I have to call these people to maintain this property. I'm paying out of pocket. So why do you think? Like, what do you know? I'm not making money off of you staying in this property. Most of the money is being tanked into simple maintenance so that you don't fucking sue my ass for having an unlivable piece of property. You know? Like, it's not making fucking sense. And like I said,
He's up
I
on
just
top of
don't.
the gas station. Fuck, I can't even get to the fucking van anymore.
Like
It
I
might
said,
be the last person. It's the last person.
I'm not understanding what the actual
Damn it.
issue is, because I think it's just one of those things that you don't understand until you like know. You don't know till you know. So it's like how a lot of renters, I feel like, take for granted the fact that you're able to rent this property and you don't even have to think twice about the maintenance on that house or on that apartment or whatever. All you have to do is call your landlord, put in a request. And some landlords don't necessarily get stuff fixed in a timely manner, but a lot of them do. So there's no liability. There's no liability in being a renter. There is a lot of liability in being a landlord, though. I mean, my mom knows someone who she rented out her property, and then it was like she thought they were good, those good Christian people. They were down on their luck, so she was like, okay, I'll just rent my property to you guys. Property gets shot to shit, gets fucked up. And who has to now? One, I have to go through the process of trying to evict you because you don't want to leave my property.
Damn.
And then I also have to repair said property. It's like, these people know I'm not becoming the next Trump off of renting out a house. Please stop it.
There's a lot of horror stories.
9 to 5s, working 9 to 5s, trying to just feed their families off of their 9 to 5, not from their fucking house. So please.
Well, yeah, I just think the worst is always, in any situation, the worst or the most, what's going to get the most clicks or attention is the worst stories, and that's what's going to get highlighted, and that's what's going to wrongfully become the, I guess, like the most popular opinion.
Yeah, but see, my thing about that is it's like it's not even that whole conversation these days is not even necessarily about it's not even about like the horror stories. It's down to the fact that, now, like I said, I understand I don't agree with the pricing, like how expensive housing is. whether you're renting or paying a mortgage these days, it's not adding up. It makes no sense, and it's absolutely ridiculous because these days it's like you're being charged $2,400 for a freaking 4-bedroom that was built in the 70s, and it's like this is you know what I'm saying. This is crazy. But at the same time, there are a lot of people. It's like you're gonna have to pay.
Yeah, clearly, because you signed into a contract. Like, it's business at the end of the day.
But I mean, you're gonna have to pay in the sense that people think that you're supposed to. Do you think you're supposed to live for free? I don't know. Do you think you're supposed to live on a piece of property in a house for free? Is what I'm like. I just don't understand it. What like?
Well, that's why I said, like, what's the next step? You do away with the landlords, and then
Yeah,
what?
and that's what I said. So you do away with the landlord. So now everybody's stuck in like either you might be able to rent an apartment, but aside from that, everybody has to just pick up a mortgage every time they move.
I guess.
Like that's not necessarily feasible for everybody. So it's like you're talking about outlaw landlords, and like I said, the landlords pick up a lot of that liability, and doing that would probably screw a lot of y'all over more than you really think.
Look, I know the solution. If you have
everybody live in cardboard boxes.
No, if you have a problem with the rents and you have a problem with all of that, just go make more money. That's how you solve it.
Oh.
I'm just playing.
Okay.
Just kidding. No. That I mean, I don't know. I think in issues like this, it can be like I can look at the facts and obviously like formulate an opinion based around the facts, but like I might not necessarily have as much of a emotional like tied to it or like an opinion just because like I haven't been in one of those situations, like, and I'm fortunate to not have been in one of those situations, but like, you know, I do think that like ultimately like being able to keep a roof over your head should be like easy or like simple. Like it shouldn't be you know, like people shouldn't have to live paycheck to paycheck and like shit like that and get priced out of certain areas or like not be able to, or not even be able to like, you know, work towards home ownership because there's so many other different things that are kind of like in their way.
Well, I mean,
but honestly though, is that the landlord's issue, or is that like a deeper, darker, like minimum wage needs to be raised and shit like that?
It's definitely the wage disparity that's causing that. I mean, the housing market is definitely skyrocketing every year, but people are still people have really been making about the same fucking money since the 2000s, like the early 2000s. So it's like at this point, it's the lack of wages, but at the same time, now at the same time, I feel like I'm on two sides of it. Like I believe everybody should be able to afford housing, but some of these people, and these are outliers. Obviously, they can't necessarily, represent the whole group. But some of these people want a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a pool, a garage, and a motherfucking guest house. And they think that they're gonna get that, like you want that for like $800, and that's not happening. That's not feasible. You know what I'm saying?
You're just stupid if that's what you want.
So it's partially some of this stuff is like, I mean, I understand the wage disparity, but at the same time, like some stuff is down to taking ownership of and being realistic about what you're looking for. Like, you're not going to be able to afford that penthouse that you want and that you're looking at on your 725. You're just not. And yes, while you deserve a house, deserve to have a roof over your head, you're not getting that penthouse. That's just not going to happen.
Do you think some of these people may be fumbling the bag?
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Back to the NBA.
No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
I mean, we should talk about it, honestly.
Oh, I mean, we can have our weekly or bi-weekly fumbling the bag session.
I'm gonna need you to get
Need
a
a
phrase to
backstory.
pop it off or something. Nah, like you slipping on your goddamn 47.
God, oh, you right, man. I ain't goddamn 47. I ain't even said that shit. I ain't said that shit in a minute. It's been a long ass minute since I said that.
Mr. Monopoly, aka y'all come help me in this fucking sideways. Who is fumbling the bag?
Who is fumbling the bag? So, just to slightly go back to the NBA, we have some players in the league who are not getting to their money for a variety of reasons. The prime of which are Mr. Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets, who is not getting paid, who actually isn't even like on the team right now, basically because he doesn't want to get the vaccine. Which, like, I mean, kind of a whole different story. Like if he don't want to get the vaccine, like obviously that's his prerogative. He keeps saying like, oh, it's like a personal thing and like all this other stuff. Saying he wants to be the voice for the voiceless. I've always kind of questioned some of his tactics. Like I think Kyrie has a lot of really good things that he wants to do, but like his execution is just really shitty and like a lot of them. But like the main reason why he can't play is because like he's a resident of New York, and New York passed a law that basically said in order to like attend or play in games or be in like places where there's a lot of people, like you have to get the vaccine. So Kyrie's like, nah, I'm not going to, and that's why this man not playing.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone wants to. Yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to like add thoughts to that before we talk about the real dumbass here, but
I mean, the funny thing about him being the voice of the voiceless is he's not really picking a side. Like he's not really voicing anything other than him saying he needs to do more research for himself and that we shouldn't be divided. That's the biggest takeaway I hear from because the big thing is he did his whole IG live and he was trying to explain himself, but he didn't really explain anything. Like I don't know any more about his take other than he feels like he needs to do more research.
yeah, and I think I've just gotten to the point where like I can try to respect someone that like feels like they need to do research, but it's just like
the
bro,
research
like, what the fuck
take
are you
though is like
researching?
the research is there. So why is it taking so long?
Right,
Alleged
but like,
research.
what are you researching? Like, who are
Nothing.
you to
Not a goddamn
like?
thing.
Facebook.
Yeah, like who are you to suggest that like the research that you're doing is more
Or
impactful than the scientists that have been doing this shit for their entire fucking life?
I mean, I guess all of us are biased because we are vaccinated.
Are we?
But
That's fine.
duh.
I don't know what the vaccine is.
Damn, kid, fuck. I done died.
There was an error. Nigga, let me watch my teammates, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like, he's probably going to end up getting it because, like, Andrew Wiggins was kind of going through the same thing in Golden State. And he was kind of the same thing, like, oh, I got to do my research and blah, blah, blah. But as soon as, like, you see that bag, like, as soon as you see the ability to potentially not get that bag, like, you're going to get your shit together and just do it.
It happened to Cam Newton, too. Because
Right.
a lot of the you actually a former fumbler of the bag.
Yeah.
People were saying for the same reason, but he had a big announcement saying he got the shot. He hasn't been picked up yet, but that was a big reason why people thought he hadn't been picked up.
Yeah, for sure. So like, I think Kyrie will come around eventually. Like, and I mean, like it you know, on his IG live, he's like, well, you know, the main goal is to, you know, why would I give up my dream to win a championship? Like, why would I do this? Why would I do that? And it's like, well, if like basketball is really the goal and like if winning a championship is really the goal, then like you'll get it. I think people would argue just based off of how he acts that like maybe basketball really isn't the goal. But like if it is, then like just get the fucking vaccine, bro. Like, that's just what it is.
Oh, it's crazy that it's so controversial because, like, when you go to school, like grade school, any public school, you have to be vaccinated.
Right.
And I guess
this shit not
people,
new,
And
bruh.
they didn't do all that fucking research on that. So like,
no, not at all. But because
What?
this is a newer vaccine,
but the thing,
but
my
it's
thing is,
still
okay, that's not even
medically approved.
justification.
Like, what
Because
the fuck is
the
going on?
research, like, do you not, are people trying, like, I feel like people overlook the fact that the research that they did for all these other vaccinations, it doesn't just fucking disappear when it comes to another vaccine. They just compound that and use it how they need to come to a solution for today. So
Right.
it's not like it's all just like made up
Oh shit!
bullshit that had no foundation. Like the research that they've had is what's being used. The same shit that the whatever all the research and the peer reviewed articles and the papers and stuff that they used back then for all the other vaccinations that we've had to get is the same research. Now they might have had to do a little extra research, but that was the foundation that they had to produce the vaccination. So it's just like your
Sounds like
research would
baloney to
lead you.
me.
Your research would lead you to that.
Sounds like baloney to me. The
Yeah.
government.
I'm like you
Just
could.
kidding.
I'm like you could tell who failed or who wasn't paying attention in even like high school level science. Like some
Yeah.
of this shit's not even that hard, people.
Make it make sense, Craig.
Your immune system. People talking about something. Well, my immune system is what was your immune system doing? What was your immune system doing when your parents got you vaccinated for measles and mumps?
And chicken pox.
Like, make it make sense.
That's the way of the world, but I know Kyrie wasn't the only one fumbling the bag.
He is not. There's another dumb ass. Oh my fucking gosh. Ben fucking Simmons. I'm so over this dude. Whew. So, you know, for our viewers who are in Atlanta, you know, Treyway and the Hawks.
Ice Trader gang.
Ice Trader gang. Whooped up on the Sixers in the playoffs last year. And there was the oh so memorable play in which Ben Simmons elected to not go for a layup and because he was scared to get fouled, which in turn basically fucked the rest of the game up because they could have got more points and, you know, they ended up losing the game. So basically ever since then, like, people have been trashing this man, like, he's garbage and, like,
Real
yeah,
hard.
he's been getting trashed, like, hella hard. Talking about he garbage and he's scared to, you know, like, scared to get to the free throw line, which, I mean, kind of understandably so because he's fucking trash. Like, he shoots worse than, like, Shaq. But, so basically, he requested out of Philadelphia several weeks ago at this point, and he refuses to play. He doesn't want to show up to training camp. He's been very distant and not talking to his teammates. He told his teammates not to visit him in California when he was, quote unquote, working out, all this other shit. So this man, like, I'm pretty sure his contract for this year is like $30-something million. So this man is potentially missing out on $30-something million because he don't want to fucking go to the free throw line, basically. He's scared to fucking take jump shots. So the true fumbler of the day is Ben Simmons.
Well, I know he got kicked out of practice.
He got kicked out of practice.
Watching my sports shows and watching my first take and shit, mostly for the NFL, but you know.
Yeah, I thought he got kicked out of practice for being on his phone or something. He had his phone in his pocket during practice.
Yeah,
it was something crazy. He like pulled his phone out during practice, like he was texting or on social media or something.
Yeah, I've seen a report that said that maybe, like, someone said it might have been like a jersey in his pocket, and then, like, I've heard someone say it was his phone. I don't really know, but, like, it's just, I don't know, bro. He's just immature, bro. Like, at the end of the day, he's just really, really, really immature. I think Philly has, like, basically, like, coddled him. Like, they baby this man. Like, this man is like 25 years old and they treat this man like a fucking baby. And what actually really pisses me off is that lately, like the last couple of reports have been around like, oh, Ben isn't like mentally ready to like return to the team. Like he's not in the right mental state. And like, I don't want to, make light of mental
health.
health issues. Yeah.
Sure.
But like, I feel like if that was the issue, like you would have brought that up from the beginning. Like you wouldn't wait until, it's kind of gotten to it's gotten beyond a breaking point. And then like all of a sudden it's like a mental health thing. Like if you were feeling this way from the beginning, that's what you should have said. And now I kind of feel like he's using it as a crutch to like get out of, playing or going to practice or whatever. So that's what kind of pisses me off about it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard the mental health part of it, but yeah, the timing of that is very convenient.
Right. Yeah.
And the thing about that's kind of like when, we didn't talk about this when we talked about Lil Nas X or Boosie, but there's some people that feel like because Lil Nas X trolls that his whole being gay is a troll. But that's a deeper conversation. But the whole point I brought that popped into my head because if someone says they have mental health issues, you can't really say anything but believe them, I guess, unless you're like a medical professional and they're diagnosed. But like it is a safe way to, I guess, skate some ridicule or public pressure.
Yeah, I just want the message to be consistent. Like, I all for like Black people being, more comfortable talking about like mental health, but like it's completely different when, even if like Kyrie was saying something like that, like I'd be more inclined to believe Kyrie than I am going to be to believe Ben Simmons when like like nothing's been wrong. But like now all of a sudden after it's been a couple of weeks and you're not getting paid and like he's trying to find the best way to get out of Philly. Yeah. And like, okay, like do what you got to do, but don't use mental health as a crutch. Like that's bullshit. Because there's people that really are out there having problems. And I mean,
if it's fake.
Fake. Well, like, so I don't think it's fake. Like for this man to be like ridiculed the way he has been and like be the subject of so many just like negative words and negative press, like I don't doubt that there is an element of like
that will weigh on anybody.
Yeah, like he's young, like if like 5 years ago I was taking as much heat as this man, like I don't really know how I would handle that. And so I don't doubt that the mental health side of thing exists. I just think, like you said, like the timing of it is just really odd
it's super convenient.
Yeah.
You didn't catch me when I said you old, bro, but I'll say it again.
Nah.
I feel that. I feel all that for sure. And he definitely is fumbling the bag because if his ultimate goal is to get to another team, you have to prove your value to another team. And last they saw, you were choking in the biggest professional atmosphere you had been into up until that point.
Exactly.
So you need to show up, be professional, and prove that you're worth it investing in.
Why am I lagging like this?
All he's doing right now is making it harder for himself.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I hope it works out for him eventually. I guess.
That man gonna end up on the Hawks.
You got the Hawks. I ain't talking about the Peach State.
Please don't.
Man, for peeps' sake, scratch that sweepstakes.
Oh fuck.
That needs help. They throwing grenades. They don't know I got the kaboom.
Took her to the movies. Hit her with the yammy.
Damn, almost knocked one.
You knocked one.
What the fuck? Somebody hit me with
good shit.
Somebody hit me in the face with some goddamn money. No, somebody really did just hit me with the car though. Like so disrespectful.
Disrespectful. I'm assuming this is the last round for y'all. For me.
I mean, If it's the last round for you, it's the last round. I don't know for everybody else.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm on some new shit. I'm chunking my deuces up to her.
Did we hit all the topics? We got anything else we got to talk about?
I mean, there's
This
always
I'm
more to
tired of
say.
this shit,
Okay.
man.
Okay,
Yo,
Slender Man.
Yeah, fuck out of here, Slender Man. We trying to win the game for the culture. Did y'all win last round? Because I couldn't watch.
Nah.
Give me a second.
We gotta get this love, man.
Where the fuck is my pumpkin launcher?
Hope it's not the one I picked up.
Oh, it might be. If you did, it's fine.
I know, because you're not getting it back. Oh, they rebooting somebody. Where's the fucking
Where?
reboot van? I don't know.
Oh, they must be at Risky Reels or whatever.
But they also got it. Oh my!
Yo, this
fucking
shit keep
God.
pulling me in. I am so fucking annoyed.
The
bro.
Every
Slender
time I try
Man.
to leave, something keep
They
pulling me
keep
back.
pulling me
back.
Don't
Right here.
fight you.
Daniel, we in sync.
Yeah. If you black, we in sync. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, fuck. I need help.
On the way.
Against Slenderman? Oh shit, I see you.
Nah, I just hit a nigga with the kablammy.
Nigga dead, bitch.
Hit him with the
Hit him with the nigga. Yeah.
Wait, that
Bruh,
means it's
Slenderman need to get the
two more.
fuck home.
Yeah, I'm tired
Yeah,
of
they
this
over here.
motherfucker. He's pressed.
If you
I got a
see
neck
him,
hit.
point him out.
Where
I
they
see
at?
him.
I'm neck kidding.
in that bar?
Yeah.
Oh, don't go too close. This shit on fire.
Damn, Devin said, fuck it, I'm about to roll up in here with my...
No,
Motherfucking-
stop moving.
Oh my gosh, where are they at?
Ooh.
Oh, he's shooting from over there.
Oh, he's in the bush.
I got his ass.
You knocked him already?
No, I'm about to.
There we go. There we go.
With the finisher, y'all seen that?
For the folks that don't think we be getting dubs, hopefully y'all here long enough to see this. See this W.
Facts. Take us home, Nate the Great.
Man, well, that wraps up another episode of Boozy Game Night. For those of you who are still here, we appreciate you listening. Make sure you follow us on all platforms. YouTube's the best because that's where you see the gameplay. So when we like, oh, fuck, it's niggas over here and oh, shit, I got blown up, you'll actually be able to see what the hell we talking about. But we on Spotify, we on Apple Music.
Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, we on Fortnite tonight. Newt, what's the other platform we on? Like Outcast or Podcast or
I
don't know. He said we on like some other new platform for podcasts, so I don't know.
Yeah, we everywhere, bruh.
We everywhere. So wherever you listen to your podcast, we there.
We in that.
We'll be back next week to review episode 2 of Insecure and have a whole nother list of topics for y'all. So stay boozy, my friends.
Always.
Look, now tell them motherfuckers we about to bring it to them raw. All these niggas steady sleeping, we getting ready for war. If you say we got beef, then I'm bringing it to your door. They call me the black sheep cause I'm way different than y'all. Tell them motherfuckers we about to bring it to them raw. All these niggas steady sleeping, we getting ready for war. If you say we got beef, then I'm bringing it to your door. They call me the black sheep cause I'm way different than y'all. Now I ain't never ran the streets but still respect